Hey guys and gals, welcome to the Homestead Prepper channel. And what you're looking at here is a lift pump on a diesel tractor, and it has gone bad. It's not lifting, and I've already taken the bolts out, and we're going to remove it, and I'm going to show you how to upgrade to an electric fuel pump. And this is the old lift pump, and I'm going to be replacing it with this electric lift pump. And this is actually a diesel fuel pump off of a reefer unit, a refrigeration unit that runs off of diesel, like for box car or a tractor trailer. And these things have to be reliable, because think about it, if it were to fail, you'd lose all that freight, and that can cost a lot of money. So this is a Facet Duralift. The part number is 40223. I'll give a description of where I bought this, and I think when it was all said and done it cost like $118. I'm not exactly sure, it was somewhere around there, but it's a very reliable pump. And what I like about this is it can lift fuel up to 10 feet in the air. This right here, this will not lift fuel unless it's fed fuel. A lot of the fuel pumps that you get at your local auto parts store will only pull it up like a foot, maybe, some of them. And what I've done here is I've made my own gasket. Yes, you can buy one, but I needed some gasket material. Some of this stuff right here, just cut a piece. I laid it over that. I cut that out, and I cut out the pattern right there. And it's good for oil, water, gas. And I am cutting out the faceplate. Now I'm sure you can go buy one, but there again, why buy it when you've got some scrap aluminum here, and you can just make it yourself. So that's what I've done. I've cut this out of those little pieces right there. See if we can cut this off. And it's not real pretty, but I have a grinder and we will clean that up. Alright, I just copied the pattern onto here, and I cut that out with my skill saw, and then I ground up the rough edges with this, and then I kind of fine-tuned it and gave it that brushed aluminum look with this sander pad right here. And I think it's got 36 grit sandpaper on it. So that should make a nice little block off plate for the old pump. Alright, that's the hole right there, and there's an eccentric in there, and that's what drives the old pump. And when we clean this gasket off right here, we don't want any of that stuff to fall in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shove this in here. We don't want that stuff to break off and get in the cuff, because if it does, it can screw up the engine. So I'll get that cleaned off, and what I'll do is I've got some Permatex made for gasoline, and I'm going to put that around there, and we'll just put that block off plate on. Alright, I put this homemade block off plate on. The only thing I had to do was, of course, I used some Permatex gasket sealer in that homemade gasket, and I had to get some shorter 5/16 bolts, because I didn't want to use the original ones, because the old fuel pump stuck out, and if you stick these bolts in here too far, they might hit something or break off, or they'll cause problems. So these are like 3/4 of an inch long, and I had to put a new fitting here to my fuel filter, and I ran rubber hose, and we just come down over here. And I've got the new pump mounted here, and that way it'll be up out of the way and people can't see it. And then I had to put a fuel pressure regulator on here, and there's an Allen key. I don't know if we can see that or not, but that's an Allen. If you undo this nut right here, you can loosen it with your fingers. And when we start it up, you can see that gauge right there, and I'm going to be shooting somewhere between 5 to 6 psi, because that's what my injector pump specs out at. So anyway, I've just used butt splices to connect the wires. The red, of course, is my positive. The blue is tied to the negative, the ground, and just comes down, and I put wire straps here, and I put a 3 amp fuse. The pump specs out at, I think it's an 1.25 amps, but I went ahead and put a 3 amp fuse on here, and I picked up my hot right here off of the solenoid that controls the injection pump, which is right here, and then I just ran it over here to the battery. It's pretty easy, straightforward installation. And what I'm going to do is start it up and make sure there's no leaks at these fittings, and we want to adjust that pressure regulator, like I said, because this pump puts out, I think, around 11 psi, and that's just too much for my injector pump. And if you're interested, this is where I bought that pump, and they shipped it the next day. And there's their phone number. I was very happy with the delivery, and it's 99 bucks, and with shipping and sales tax it come out to $118.98. So everything should work out good. I didn't see any leaks out there, and the pressure was right on the money. Homestead Prepper out.